Mouthpiece included. Are present-day NFL quarterbacks overvalued, and are they overpaid? We're going to do a little pocket watching here tonight. Also, TMZ just dropped Marshawn Lynch was arrested. We're going to unpack that and some other hot topics. So, Chicago, bear with us as we go through the rigmarole. Take this time to like, share, subscribe. It's an open panel, so feel free. I'll drop that link in the chat shortly. Feel free to help yourself pop up, pop in if you want to win. All right, stand by. TATN, 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 TATN.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
Okay, I'm in my local Ralph's, and this happened.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands.
Man, why do they keep the honey around here? Excuse me, you know where the honey is?
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of
cheese
girls?
Al. Who wants cheese head?
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls? The Bears.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a...
Well, guys, let's go to the swimming pool. Let's go take a shower. Let's go water skiing.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
There he is.
Be sure to bring a towel so you don't get all
Don't forget
wet.
to bring your mouthpiece. Yes, sir. We're in the building. As I said, it's open panel. Pull up. Pull up if you still got them. Mouthpiece included. We talking politics. It's the black political slant on sports. Chop it up. You might get some pushback on this show. All are welcome, except for trolls. Trolls can and will get hoes around here. So, welcome to another edition of Mouthpiece Included. Silverbacks in the building. Today, we're going to go through some Bears camp news. Roquan. Let's talk about that. It's camp news. We're going to skip over the Bulls tonight unless the co-host has got something riveting he wants to talk about. And then the Sox. I know there's an injury out there. Then we got the Cubs. Who cares? And then, of course, our weekly hot topics. We got a bunch of them lined up for you here today. The hottest topic are NFL QBs overvalued and overpaid. Let's get our resident Silverback in the building. One of Jackie Robinson's finest. Coach Ace. TATN, TA. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get them in the house.
TATN.
TATN.
Mouthpiece included, baby. What it is, what it is.
What it do, fool? What it do? What it do?
Just life in the shot, Siggity. Trying to stay out the way.
Yeah, give us a little banner, bro. What's been going on since the last show?
Oh, just actually just chilling, just trying to rest and get my team together for fall season, which will start in the next 2 weeks. So it'll start on the 28th. So it's at the coaches meeting and get the young guys out there and work on some stuff for next year. So looking forward to it. But other than that, just been trying to stay out the way. It is that college season type of year where all these young minds are going out to different parts of the country, to universities, to educate themselves in one way or another. So it was good to see all the kids heading off to school. What's been going on out there?
You know how we do, man. Cali life. It's been kind of warm. Not over humid, though, so I'm not going to really complain about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the shot has been great, except for the weekends. It rains on the weekends. It's been 80 degrees and sunny past week every day. So it's been a good week.
That's what's up. We got y'all doing summertime shy, man. I heard the parks have been taken over by out-of-town businesses just having fest in the community, and don't nobody even know who they are. That's what I guess on Self Love Show was talking about on his show.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, they come with this crap talking about they're trying to preserve the parks.
Right.
Nothing else can be built down there, and nothing can be done because this is the landmarks of the city. They're down there having a festival, probably maybe, you know, sponsoring the Russia war because they don't know where any of the damn money's going. So having just a love fest as far as rock and roll and rap music is concerned.
Exactly. That's what they said.
Right on the lakefront.
Said he won't necessarily do it on the north side. He said he's been creeping into the communities with a lot of this.
Yeah.
You know, you can't get your barbecue on and your cigar smoking out there.
Yeah. Well, they're not over here yet. So. But these, you know, you got the festival they have in Hammond, Indiana every year, Lake Fest, and all the way through the city of Chicago, all different festivals, especially the La. That you know, they even set up websites for people when they lost stuff to go on there and just look for it. And they'd set up a day for you to come get the shit, all the stuff you lost out there. So you know, the city's a city. I'm just I'm chilling in my little neck of the woods, especially after baseball.
And big ups to my boy Kenny Briggs, man. He texted me. I guess he called me earlier. He on the left coast right now, man. So
all right.
Yeah, he's got a app he launched, My Song to You. You know, for instance, like if you wanted to bless, you know, your wife or, you know, anybody, he's got artists linked up on his platform, and you just go on there and request. It's like a singing telegram, but it's professional artists, musicians, things like that. So,
well, good luck to him.
Yeah, big ups to him. Yes, sir. I'm just sharing
that business. Yeah, that up going.
Hey, well,
of anything to start out.
Facts. You got to start somewhere, you know, and everybody got to start from go.
Right.
And got to have black businesses so we can support black businesses.
Right. Instead of our dollars just going right out of the community. As soon as we earn them, let's spend them and let them. Our dollars never circulate. So.
If you one of the lucky ones, as soon as you earn them, because many of us with our debt and credit cards, that money spent before we earned it.
Yeah. So leverage all that money into debt. You got to find a way to get out of the American dream.
Man. And let me just tweet this link out, and then we can get it cracking. Twitter? You kidding me right now?
I'm tweeting right now. Yeah,
all right, but we'll go ahead and get it rolling, man. Our first topic, hot topic tonight, is how about those socks? Because we're just gonna put a hold on the Cubs for right now. Man, the big shortstop got hurt, huh?
Yeah, got taken. I hadn't heard his exact injury, but you know they were coming for him. You're young, wild, and playing reckless in this league. Somehow you're gonna get injured sooner or later.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be down. They said he should be back. Towards the end of the season or something. But I mean, I think it's something that's kind of substantial.
Tim Anderson's 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, that time. Now he went from being suspended for the 2 games.
What was he suspended for? PEDs?
No, contact with an official. And they originally gave him 3 games, and he pleaded down to appealed to 2. And then right after that, they announced that he was hurt. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, that's poetic justice, because he's beefing with the officials. The injury is a sagittal band tear on his middle finger, so I guess he overuses his Milz bill for. Wow.
Too extreme usage in a short amount of time. I got you.
Yeah. Hey, is he like a stud? Is he like an all-star type player?
Yeah, he's a perennial young all-star, 300 hitter, great leadoff hitter. Yeah, he's a stud.
Well, with a name like Tim Anderson, it's a slave name and a master name. It's hard to know. Is he some sort of colored? He got some melanin, or is he?
He's definitely melanated.
All right.
They had personal business out about him just not too long ago. So.
Oh yeah, he's melanated when they got his personal business out there.
Yeah. You want to talk about it. Yeah.
Following them around.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, pull up. The link is in the chat. You're welcome to pull up. The White Sox right now 56 and 56, 3.5 behind the Guardians. Took the Twins out, and they and they 2 games behind the Twins, 5 and 5 over their last 10.
The White Sox right now 56.
What the hell's going on? All right. 25 and 29 over at home, and 31 and 27 on the road. So what's going on with the Twins? They slumping?
162 games is a lot of games to play well and stay healthy. So it's a long stretch. We want to cut the season, but the owners are like, "Why would we cut the season? That's where we make our damn money." What are you talking about? But So you got some to sprint out in the beginning while they're healthy, they're running, and then by the middle of the season, they have a few injuries or lose a pitcher or lose someone in their rotation, and then they start coming back to the pack, and then one of those little nets that was right behind them leap over them, and then they all just battle it out for these last 50 games to see who's going to win the division and who's going to be wild.
It's funny. Last week I was more confident on the Sox, but I guess you've seen this enough. You and Diesel keep talking about their injuries, and lo and behold, I'm less confident now. So, without looking it up, the Cubs are in last place, you guys. I'm not going to look it up. Go Cubs, though.
Wait till next year.
Yeah, we'll get them next year. With the damn show, get them next year. All right, so let's move to our lovable Chicago Bears. So every day in the news is Roquan. You guys may know him as Roquan. He's his own agent.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, he plays the wheel linebacker, weak side, and that's like a guard to many defensive, like a guard on the offense to many NFL teams. But in our current system, our head coach says that he's that position is the most important position on his defense.
All right.
Right.
So what's the problem?
Well, according to my research, Roquan wants to get paid $20. I don't see a problem, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. He wants to be the highest paid linebacker in the league. He's not, according to the pundits and also GMs, he's not what do you call that? He doesn't get picks and things like that. He doesn't create turnovers, fumbles, those money things that you can negotiate. But he's always one of the league leaders in tackles, and nobody denies he's one of the best. So before I throw it to you, what they're saying is he wants to be the highest paid, like $20 million a season. Our GM Poles said he offered him a sweet deal, record-breaking deal, but obviously it wasn't more money, and it's got some, I forget how they call it, some depreciators on it. So our concern, the Bears' concern, Poles' concern is that, he's young now, which, like I said, what's the problem? It's like they talking out the side of their neck. He's young now, but by the time we rebuild and, 3 years down the road, he'll be 28. I'm still thinking, what's the problem?
He's in his
So
prime.
so they want to kind of punish him because they suck right now. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, you got a new general manager, you got new people in, so
They didn't draft him.
They didn't draft him, so everybody's gonna say they're not married to him because he's part of the old regime. But this kid's a great player, and
he's the best player on their team. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, but and you got rid of Max, so you got that money off the books. So
you told Quinn to go F himself after breaking up Bears' record. You didn't offer him no more money, so he's upset. But go ahead.
Yeah, but he's in the second year of a $70 million contract. Third year, maybe. Third year.
Yeah, he shouldn't be butthurt, but he is.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's just these guys, agents are put in a position like, hey, if you want to get paid, but Roquan doesn't even have an agent. He's just coming up with all this on his own. So whoever he's consulting with, hopefully they'll get something done. It might just be posturing by the new administration to see what they can negotiate, and then they'll get something done.
Well, the pros are saying that, it is kind of weird, Ace. So imagine, you the GM and you're used to dealing with your player's parents, and now you're telling the player, what his defaults are, and what deficiencies are. You know what I mean? So it's getting a little personal. Whereas if you had the agent, could be a black agent, they tend to buffer that for you.
Right. So you may be winning by not having that percentage of your contract go to someone else, but what is your experience in negotiating $100 million contract?
Correct. What's your experience in negotiating anything?
Right.
Correct. When you could be focusing on your craft
instead
of making phone calls, to other GMs and all of that. Go ahead. What was you saying, though?
Because he's coming off his rookie contract, so we know that money was pretty much slotted as far as what they would allow them to make.
Well, you remember on that rookie deal he held out. It kind of pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
He's a holdouter.
Yeah, maybe that's his thing.
Uh-huh.
And then didn't he get hurt right after that?
Yeah, but yep, he sure did. But remember, he was the last rookie to sign, bro.
Uh-huh.
A wheel linebacker in a 3-4 system.
Yeah, he's probably gonna. But aren't they changing back to the 4-3?
Yeah, but he's. I thought he was going to be the inside too. I don't know who's playing on the inside. He's going to be weak side.
Yeah.
But the system, the 4-3 that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It might be the moral guy that's out of Vegas, because he's so damn fast and he
probably.
Yeah. So they can just have him move around and do whatever they want to do, going after the quarterback, and then they, Roquan, the chef, will clean everything else up. But it's early. Might be
well, let me get into this tweet. Roquan said he lost trust in the organization and their attempts to take advantage of him. This is 2 days ago during contract negotiations. He also feels like it hasn't been so much as a negotiation rather than them pressuring him to take it or leave it type of deal. Smith reiterated that he wanted to finish his career in Chicago, but the new front office regime doesn't value me here. He hasn't spoken to George McCaskey yet, and it sounds like the McCaskeys are our last hope. Maybe they can salvage this, but he said, quote, maybe they can salvage this, but as of right now, I don't see a path back to the organization I truly love.
He definitely needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why go, I mean, Ace, we all got jobs. You're going to go over your employer, you negotiating your money, and you're going to tweet publicly. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm gonna go to the owner, team, to the company, to the CEO. I don't know how that's gonna help you. And you got a new management. I don't know how that's gonna help you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and they dump him and get some picks or players out of him.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at they're having to pay a penalty for how low the damn salary cap is. They can go ahead and build a team the way they want to through the draft, or maybe the free agent they want. So,
correct. And I guess this guy thinking, well, they got rid of all that money. They got more money to pay me. But now, what happened as a result? Now, Poles is playing a little more hardball. He came out there and talked to the media, and they took him off the PUP list. Now, the PUP list was a courtesy, Ace. They was allowing him to show up to work and not work and still get paid.
Yeah.
Now he's not off the PUP list. He's going to start getting fined out of his $9 million salary. Right.
So, and what is their incentive to trade you?
Correct. And you lowered your value in the market, making the team look desperate.
Yeah. So what are you?
So what is their incentive when they can sit there and just slap a
franchise
tag? Yeah. But now let's talk money though, Ace. Now he wants $20 million. I was looking at those contracts. I'm comfortable, bro. I give him $17 million, and I guarantee all of it. I give it to him for 4 years. I think he's worth that. That'd be a deal both ways. I guarantee, pretty much all the money. $17 million. I'm happy with that.
Mm. Well, I mean, he's looking for $100. I don't even think. I know he's a good player, but that kid that just the Dallas Cowboys just signed last year, Michael Parsons, is faster, more dominating.
That's see what you're saying. That's what Poles is telling him.
Yeah.
And then negotiate.
What the fuck? But
and he's taking it personal, like he dreamed right.
You just say my mama. Yeah. Like, no,
right.
I was just saying.
I don't know, man.
You can, we
I'm just stating facts, like you said, this guy caused, 12 fumbles last year, you know what I'm saying? Had 12 sacks or whatever, whatever the stats are.
This guy was disruptive. and you want to come in and you want to be the highest.
Make more than him. Right.
Yeah.
Playing the weak side linebacker when other teams don't value it that much, Ace.
Right. No. And I guess that's what these guys are looking at. Like, man, if we can, but the tweet, come on, tweet. Come on, man. What are you doing?
That's this generation, man. They sit back at the computer heated. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, they gonna do that?
He was talking about my mama. All right, man. So we're gonna move past that. But what would you do if you can't get it done? Are you saying that, man, he's gonna have to hold out? I mean, it's a rebuilding year anyway, right? Yeah.
We'll put that money toward bottom line for next year.
All right. Now,
you eventually got to come back.
You need that money.
Yeah.
Now, Vegas has put the over and under at 6.5. Before this whole Roquan thing, if they sign him, I'm putting my money up, even though Vegas wins 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm letting a stack ride on over. If they sign Roquan.
Yeah. 6.5. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it means they got to win 7. I'm confident they can get 7. It's going to be touch and go, but I'm confident they can get 7.
Yeah, but they're going to be out there playing defense. They're going to be out there
running the ball, play action.
Oh, yeah. Why are we putting this guy in a 15-step drop? He's the fastest player on the field, laterally and vertically.
He had the most normal drops by far than anybody in the league, man, with the worst line in the history of football.
As a rookie.
As a rookie that wasn't even prepared in the preseason. I was sitting behind a ginger. And bro, I heard some people talking about what I was saying the whole time. When you told me that Nagy said he wasn't ready, and I know Diesel was saying that, I'm like, well, why put him at number 2? Remember I kept saying that? Foles should have been your number 2, bro.
Yeah, but he was like Foles either.
But Foles is a veteran. You let him drop back 9 times and take that beating. You let that kid sit back drinking Gatorade and talking to your offensive coordinator and learning the game.
Yeah, Foles is going to throw that thing right out of bounds.
Right. You let the kid call plays. You know, that's what you do with them, man, your future prospect, if he ain't out there starting.
Yeah. But I think, well, I was just looking at some clips of him not too long ago before the show came on. And as bad as it was playing a Nagy system, it was a valuable experience for him. Better than holding the clipboard. Unfortunately, it was Nagy as the coach that had no idea what he was doing. But just to play through that system and see how bad and unprepared he was.
Learn what not to do.
You learn what not to do and how much you need to work on to get better.
In the speed of the game. Yeah, well, his last 2 practices, even to haters, because, he's getting the Vince Evans treatment right now. But even the haters were saying his last 2 practices, bro, with all their receivers hurt, his last 2 practices, he's looking real good. So I don't know if it's these other receivers coming in that maybe they need to be taking a look at.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might work out that way.
Yeah, it might work out that way. Wouldn't have worked out that way with Nagy, but I think these new coaches are looking at everything. Everything's on the table.
We're looking for talent.
Right.
We don't care what the hell he was drafted or
man.
What the other. That's why they come in and get rid of the GM and the coach. So they play house. Nobody's in love with anybody. Everybody's trying to make the team.
They getting rid of the guy who was sweeping the floor, the groundskeeper. They getting rid of everybody. Everybody but the McCaskies who they can't fire. And I guarantee you, if they could have fired them, they would have been the first ones gone. So I got the job, boss. All right, well, you're fired. You know what I'm saying?
I got complete control. Yeah, you're fired as the CEO. But you know how they get them bylaws set up.
All right. Well, go Bears. You got the receivers have been hurt. They said your boy, once again, the tight end, something with his shoulder, hurt himself blocking somebody. They said he's blocking shoulder too, bro. damn, for a receiver. Commit.
Yeah. Hey, next man up.
Yeah. All right. So you guys like, share, subscribe. Tonight's topic is going to be our NFL QBs overvalued. We're also going to talk about Marshawn Lynch, his arrest, and how we feel about the way 12 interacted with him. You got any? Well, I got some Bulls banter. MJ, MJ.
Yeah.
His 98 finals jersey, they're estimating, could garner upwards of $5 million. Thoughts?
Who the hell got the damn jersey if it belonged to the team or to Jordan? The hell going on? You know, they just go in the locker room. Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl and his jersey gets stolen.
Pilfer it.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good question. Maybe Jordan has sold it. I don't know why he would have, because he's always been rich. Maybe he gave it away. I don't know.
Maybe one of the people in the organization staff.
Yeah, one of the melanateds out there.
Yeah, they probably got it early. Well, it had to be a finals jersey.
Yeah, they said 98 finals jersey, bro.
Okay. Well, hey, it's not what you think it's worth. It's what is asked for and negotiated. So, man, $5 million. Wow. That's a lot of money to be able to blow to put it.
I don't even think Jordan would pay $5 million for his jersey, and he got the bread.
That's crazy.
I mean, it makes you wonder, like, you know, Ace, if you Jackie Robinson or one of these players, man, give those jerseys to your kids and your grandkids. Like, keep them in a trust, bro.
Yeah. Sign them up.
Man.
Drop one off a year.
Bro, I'll put those away in a trust for 4 generations. You know what I'm saying? Have them preserved 4 generations, because your next, 2 generations shouldn't really need nothing. If it's $5 million a day, man, imagine 150 years from now.
I got you. But yeah. So you're talking about who would be the next, like LeBron?
Right. That's what LeBron could be doing. Yep. Kobe's family. So rest his soul. So Levine, man, the one who wanted to be courted, the ginger. I don't know if he's ginger, but he's high yellow. He claims that he only met with the Bulls. What does that say? Does that mean that nobody wanted to meet with him? Because he was saying he wanted to be courted like everybody else. I don't get it.
That means he had a knee injury to end the damn season. And the Bulls would be the only idiots that would give him a max contract. So
correct.
I don't give a damn where you want to play. If somebody's going to give you $215 million.
What are you meeting with the Bulls about when they offered you the max a year ago?
Right, you want a plane or something? Or
some tickets to the Cubs game? What?
I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. And that's for what, 5 years? You can get out there.
But he spent it like he only met with the Bulls because that's the only place he wanted to be. Well, then what was you not signing all that? I'm going to call BS on this, Ace. Respectfully, I'm going to call BS on this. Like no other team wanted to talk to him or something.
He had the knee injury to end the damn season. He didn't play the last game of the season. He had knee injury.
Wow.
So now you're going into contract negotiations or your free agency or courting period.
With a ginger knee and a high yellow disposition.
Yeah. And the Bulls haven't snatched back their offer as of yet.
Man, I'd have snatched that back. It's your what? Your knee. You know what I'm saying? And you know how I feel, not jumping back to Roquan, but the same thing, bro. At a certain point, if I can get a first-round draft pick, I love Roquan. I just said he's the best player on the team. If I can get a first-round pick and 2 twos, man, they talking about, man, they might be able to get a 2 for him. You know what I'm saying? But Nick Foles could have got us a 1 when he was the 3rd in the depth chart. Why wouldn't we move Nick Foles last year?
Well, he was...
according to Diesel.
Yeah, we need to get him... wait till the value at the highest.
And we could have got some 2s and 3s for him.
Holding the clipboard. That game he won last year.
Yeah.
They didn't let him play. play the next day. And then they brought the ginger back on. They brought somebody back.
Yeah, Foles
Like,
probably
man.
getting 70. He probably getting paid 75 cents a year this season, man.
No, man. Nick Foles is a Super Bowl MVP. I think the Bears are still playing him $8-9 million. So Nick Foles is okay. He just want to play.
They won in spite of him. All right, you know, if you want to put a statue back there, you go ahead and just put Nick Foles.
I mean, I don't want to put a statue back there, but the ginger wasn't winning.
Foles, both of them. They was like, you remember that game, bro? Before computer games, it was a football game and the board vibrated. You know, them stiffs.
I love it. I was like, what's the purpose? I mean, what is the purpose of this?
I'm like, they're falling off the field. Like, what is this shit? Yeah, exactly.
That's when you're supposed to automatically say, turn off, the plays off. What the hell? I never understood that game.
I'm gonna have to order one of those and put it up. You know what I mean? Collect it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Have a what the fuck is this party at the crib? Play some video pong, all the old school shit.
Or what's the handheld football game?
Mr. Quarterback and head to head. You talking about those?
I was talking about the ones with the dots. And the dot be throwing the ball down the field.
That was Mr. Quarterback and head to head. I was good in that shit. First it was Mr. Quarterback. It was just like this, and then it was head to head. Your guy be holding the other side of it, and y'all sitting there like that. Head to head was the stuff, boy. Yeah. You get remember, you can get interceptions.
It was all musical and digital. These kids nowadays would be so offended by that.
Offended. But the games played good, man. My game was on television, man, and television baseball and television football. See, all y'all was Atari people, but we was a little bougie in Hyde Park. Yeah, we was a little bougie. And television had the pad, and you slide the little cards over it. Yeah, that's your shortstop. That's boy, but the buttons get stuck. Yeah, boy.
I got you,
we digress, though. We digress.
Yes.
All right. You got any more Bulls news? Because I sure don't.
So once they get a couple more players, see who they're actually going to play this season, then I'll be more willing to talk about the Bulls.
Yeah, and I'm interested in seeing what Vegas is going to come back with the over under. All right, y'all. Tonight's topic is our NFL quarterbacks today, especially now that they're black. Are they overvalued and overpaid? I want to say one thing. You know, Ace, I've been saying quarterback position is overrated forever. And I played it in grade school on the top lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, I always knew it took more than me back there. You know, you had to have certain leadership and, because if you look at Terry Bradshaw, he's just as dumb as a box of rocks, You know how to play football.
He knew how to remember the damn plays.
He knew how to remember them plays and motivate his team and say the right stuff.
Absolutely. And he wasn't scared in the big moments.
Correct. He's standing there and take a hit. We all know he's punch drunk now.
Yeah, but he had enough fast black guys running around.
Man, he had one of the best defenses in history, perennially, and some great receivers and line. Exactly, a coach. Yeah. You can put an idiot back there.
Yeah,
and he did. Yeah. Same thing with Joe Namath. He was an idiot, and he's proved it over and over and over again. They can't even put him on TV. He'd be drunk. They try to. He'd be out there Donald Trump and those babes. You'd be seeing him out there. He'd be sitting there like you're on national TV, bro. Don't you got a family? Don't you got kids, a wife, grandkids?
You only die once.
All right. Yeah, all right. We're gonna move on though. A more solemn topic. Rest in peace. Late Denver Broncos receiver Demaryius Thomas. His cause of death was released. And you remember that, Ace? We covered his story, but they hadn't released the cause of death, and we were, speculating maybe CTE or this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So according to the USA Today, complications of a seizure disorder. Now, seizures can come from CTE. They can come from lean. I don't know if he was doing that self-made. Never heard anything about that. But it could definitely come from CTE. He was 33.
Wow. That's young.
Man. So his family announced last month that doctors at Boston University's CTE Center posthumously diagnosed the football star with stage 2 CTE, which has been associated with symptoms like paranoia and depression. Explains why he was living alone. They'd be in them dark rooms and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some of them might be drinking lean, trying to deal with the pain and stuff. Yeah. It's unknown whether Mr. Thomas's seizure disorder is a result of natural causes or a sequela of head impacts incurred during his career as a pro football player, and the reviewed medical records do not include an etiology for his seizures. Thomas's cousin, Latanya Bonsignor, told the AP last year that the former wide receiver had been suffering from seizures for more than a year prior to his death. It's weird.
Wow.
She said the family believed he had died from seizures. I think that was, she said that from the beginning. According to a news release from the Concussion Legacy Foundation, which facilitated testing of his brain, BU doctors believe the seizures were likely not, of course they're going to say that, associated with CTE. Ching ching, they got a check from the league.
Yeah,
family members and friends told the New York Times that Thomas started having seizures in the fall of 2020. About a year after he was involved in a very serious car crash in Denver.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He had 2 different conditions in parallel. Thomas won the Super Bowl, blah, 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 blah. So it could be, and I'll throw it to you, but it could be, a combination of all those hits he took in football and then boom, that hit in that car accident.
Yeah, I mean, the comparison of a NFL tackle is that of a car having a head-on collision.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a very serious accident involving a car, which is trauma to your entire makeup as well as your brain. It might have been just a final straw. Down the path.
That final jolt. He was already suffering with stage 2 CT, and then that brain jiggled in that brain from that in that head from that accident.
Yeah, and he couldn't come back. Yeah. Absolutely.
Damn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, that's what it is. But the league, I don't know if you've seen. Well, you don't watch these guys.
Yeah, I don't watch sports, but I'm watching the Bears this year. But go ahead, bro.
They got some egg crates or something they put on the players' helmets.
I saw that in camp. It's like some little foam. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not having contact. I guess helmet to helmet during practice. And they call those a certain kind of practice. Yeah. So I guess that's a step to not admit that CTE is a problem, but maybe try and do something. But I understand those are soft days or whatever, or I forgot the term that the NFL used. But you've got these guys practicing with these soft helmets. We'll see what the analysis or data is as far as combating CTE, or is it just a hoax by the league to show that they're doing something?
Well, they're probably playing sarcastic ball. They did that on, I think, South Park, when they run around chasing that balloon, and the players were wearing tutus. It's coming full circle. Because when I saw that, I'm like, this is sarcastic ball. They're going to go to flag football. That was a slip. And everybody's going to run around, with their pink uniforms on for breast cancer. and with those little soft egg helmets on. But in our CTE study on some serious stuff, it was pointed out that it's the evolution of the helmets that's actually making, they believe, one person postulated, because the spike in these concussions went up after all these helmets. What they said was, like, even when they play rugby over there, everybody ain't leading with their head because they don't have no helmet on, so you're tackling softer. You know what I mean? You're getting your shoulder in there as opposed to your head. Right. You're not gonna flip when somebody's hitting you because you feel like you got this helmet to brace your fall on that turf. You ain't gonna be doing none of that. You're gonna know when to fall because you don't want to get kneed in your dome. That kind of thing, bro.
Right.
You know, the helmet is like a seatbelt. Gives you that false. Let me put my seatbelt on and do 175 lakeshore drive. Got my seatbelt on, you know.
At least I won't fly out the damn one.
Yeah, I got airbags. You know, like this idiot right around my house, that nurse, not too far from here, did 100. Bro, that intersection, you coming off a hill. I know exactly where it was, man. That's what you get, some of the cheapest gas in the city. She was clocked at over 95 miles per hour, bro. That's a 35 mile per hour zone. And ran the red light and killed like 6 people and seriously injured 2 more. I mean, babies was killed. But she made it. She got the Mercedes. She's in the airbags, you know. She made it.
All liquored up.
Nah, they said no alcohol was found. Her lawyer said she's been suffering from she shouldn't have had a license, but she's been suffering from mental illness. But she was a nurse. But long story short, what they're saying is, bro, she had like 20 accidents, man. Within over the last few years, 20-something accidents causing damage. Like, you know, I mean, come on, bro. You know what you do for a living. I mean, come on. How is that license valid?
There's no way. I mean, you know, what kind of, I know California has the point system or something, so, but she had to exhaust all her points to get a license, so she's probably.
How does she have insurance? Yeah, they got a point system.
She's riding dirty,
bro. Yeah, had to be.
Now she's never gonna drive again. So that
drive again? They charging her with murder, bro.
Oh yeah, she's definitely going to jail forever. That's why she won't be driving again.
She was in jail crying when they denied her bond. They're like, we're not finna let you out of here so you can get behind the wheel.
Get behind the wheel, because apparently you don't give a damn.
You don't. It was suicide by car, but you didn't die.
Right.
And all these mountains and stuff, if you want to suicide by car, drive over the side or something if you want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, drive off a bridge.
Yeah. Give you a little note or put a little a sign of where you're going to go over.
Yeah.
You want somebody to know. Otherwise, just go out there and do it. You can't say that. Wait a minute.
No, we're not. Any kids out there listening? Nobody's saying kill yourself. But
you know, mental illness is a problem. Mental illness, as far as CTE is concerned, is definitely a problem.
But they alleged she was having a fight with her boyfriend on the phone at the time. So she was decent too, bro.
Yes, I think I saw a glimpse of her picture.
Yeah, I gotta believe she had some pills or something, but they said, you know, them nurses, boy, some of those nurses, they got the booger sugar, they got access to pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm. And she was decent. Well, you got the actress who was riding around drunk.
Mm-hmm. Peeled up. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. She was drunk too, and peeled up. Yeah. But bro, this is the worst driving. You drove out here in your rental car, man. Yeah. They speed up the stop signs and speed up the red lights, pull right in front of you and make a right turn and then slow down. Man.
I experienced all of that in the span of a couple of days.
Yeah. And hey, bro, and you ever been to like a 2-lane and you at a red light and there's a million cars in the left lane waiting on the light to change, and I'm driving in the right lane like, what's wrong with this lane? What's wrong with this lane? Yeah, I just don't get it. They don't like keeping the grid moving, man. And then they be yielding for people who they ain't supposed to yield because I don't want to say it's too many foreign drivers. You know, I don't want to say that. because everybody drives differently from where they're from.
Right.
There's so many
patterns, different rules.
Yes, different flow.
Yeah.
Even from different parts of the country, it's different.
So that's why.
You notice when they turn their signal on, they coming over. Like I be trying to tell them a signal where I'm from means you intend to get over. It doesn't mean that everybody's supposed to stop and let you over.
They're like, I'm coming over. Like, I'm not shy. Get out of my way. Yeah.
Yeah, big ups to the Asians, All right. Here we go. Go ahead, bro.
They at least they come over here and attempt to get a license.
They giving you a license as soon as you get here, whether you got papers or not, bro. I'm not lying, bro.
Yeah,
I be like, man, I was like, his privileges was taken away when he was in El Salvador. The El Salvadorian government wouldn't let this SOB drive. Comes right over here. Well, he's got to get a license so he can go to work. No, he don't. He can get on the bus like everybody else.
There's no electronic record of how many people he ran over in El Salvador, in the other country.
All right. We got to move on. All right, tonight we're doing all our NFL QBs overvalued and overpaid. Now, this is just a juxtaposition, y'all. I was asleep. I had forgot. I mean, I think we was on the yard then, maybe. I don't know. But Peyton Manning had some allegations. Okay, so something about these pink people with the trainers, man. In that training room, boy.
Yeah, be going down.
College football, yes. And it was a alleged trainer. She was a female, and Peyton Manning allegedly put his whole Johnson, on her head and his gonads on her face. And it wasn't the only incident with this same person. And then there was a settlement, because that was right before he was going to be drafted number 1 overall, and he was still drafted number 1 overall. Didn't affect his money. Didn't drop him down to lower in the draft pick.
We're going to bury that story.
I'm going to throw it to you. And then Archie said that came out later after the girl had found a new job, got her settlement. Archie came out and said, well, she had the occasion, allegedly, to be going to the dorm rooms sleeping with all the black guys. Said it just like that. All right, what's your thoughts? I couldn't write this shit, and it wasn't all over ESPN.
Well, I mean, it's a great story, and
some good old boys, never meaning no harm.
Yeah, man, and what she said wasn't true about my son. Matter of fact, I heard she goes down to the dorms and have fun with a few of the black guys. Oh my gosh! Well,
yeah, exactly. Trey, you trying to start back in the day, bro? That would have been a lynching.
Right. So I believe she got fired from that job.
As a result, yeah.
And probably pressure from the Mannings or NFL, or wherever this guy was at. So you definitely cannot make that up. Absolutely.
Now let me ask you. Let's say if that was I can't think of a black quarterback that went number 1 overall. The guy who was on the lean, who they like to talk about every day. Said because he was on the lean, he was lazy. They call him lazy. Demaryius
Russell.
Yeah, let's just say he had an allegation like that. That. First of all, the police would have been involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man, come on. There's no way he probably wouldn't have got drafted at all. And then you wouldn't have had to hear this all the bus talk.
Well, that's the thing, Ace, and we'd have heard about it enough throughout his career where we wouldn't have forgot about it. Same way they stopped talking about Raplesberger.
Yeah, well, I mean, the NFL controls the narrative, and if you're broadcasting their games, you're going to say absolutely what they want you to say. Right? Now, they'll definitely say before this game, we're not talking about Raplesberger as far as the narrative on our network. the public and YouTube and whatever, and whoever can talk about them, but we as the NFL will not allow.
Correct. We won't condone that, but they could talk about Kobe's allegations every blue moon.
Kobe's one of the black guys that Peyton Mannings' girl was with.
Correct. Yeah. You're right. The white girl that led with Kobe probably wasn't sleeping with black guys.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's funny, but it ain't funny. But it's true that that's their mindset, and it's so demented, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and
she reported it right away. She wasn't one of those. She reported it right away, bro, and they swept it under the table. Oh, boys will be boys. That's what this guy grabbed my head and forced his Johnson and and held it there. And she said that she was doing something to his feet, and he exposed himself to it. These are all allegations.
Allegations. Time might have dropped. Whatever. It worked out for her. She got a check. She won't get the next job. Archie made sure that.
She had to move out of the state for them to stop bothering her.
Yeah, well, come on. You're dealing with those people, and they're going to wield their power any way they can, what they want.
Well, it was a brother who witnessed one incident. He alleged that Peyton was mooning him because, some of those pink guys like to show everybody their bum.
Yeah.
Was mooning him around females, and that got brought to everybody at the university. He was a witness to it, and he said he was redshirted that year, and he said he never got back. He never got to play again.
Yeah. They told him you want this kid to stay at this university. Get rid of that kid.
Yeah, you're talking about Peyton Manning here. He's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. His father's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, he's the best player in the country. And we redshirted you.
Yeah. Let's take your red shirt to no shirt.
All right. So we got Mr. Glass, the unibrow. I saw a report said he was injured again. They said after bumping his knee on a coffee table. Now, turned out, Ace, that was just some joke. It was, but I believed it. Now, does this say more about me or more about Mr. Glass?
I think more about Mr. Glass. Because, anybody in the country seeing that will believe that the story was plausible because of how many games he sits out and the injuries he had. So, why would it be so far-fetched for him to trip over the dog or knee the coffee table and not be able to play until December? Because something else is going to come up. But hey, what's he making? $28, $30 million a year? He's got to take care of his well-tuned machine. And, if anything happens, he's got to make sure he can make it over the top of the injury, get back healthy.
Would you move Levine for Mr. Glass, straight deal?
Oh, man, that's tough.
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he plays enough games.
Well, they're both getting injured. At least one of them played long enough to get a chip. And they're both getting injured, and...
Yeah.
So
you got to look into the mathematics and how long you got to worry about keeping them. And, yeah. Well, Levine is maxed out. And this guy probably was close to it as far as his time was concerned.
Yeah, he's going to want a restructured deal when he comes here so he can sit around and not play and get max money.
You heard here. And chill down on Rush Street.
Yeah.
On the north side, get him a crib in Trump Tower.
Yeah. Or hang out on, what they call it, Viagra Row or something they call it.
I'm young.
All right. Big ups to Anthony Davis, man. Get yourself, like you said, take care of your body, man. I
don't think I would
respect your craft.
I wouldn't trade for him. We don't play enough
good. I would do it. I'm yes all day. I want Levine out of here. You know what I mean? If he was the train conductor on the CTA, I'd fire him. And you can't be missing work like this, man.
We got benefits. Going to the union.
I slipped on the ice on my way there, this and that.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
But this things happen every year around the same time, Mr. Glassman.
All right, man. So, breaking news by TMZ. Marshawn Lynch was arrested. You guys can see the video on TMZ. Now, from what I saw, Ace, the female 12 pulled up on him. He was either asleep in the car. They didn't show the beginning.
Yeah.
And the volume was low in the conversation for some inexplicable reason. But, right? I've never seen a video like that on TMZ. But his front...
Looked like they spliced it. Looked like it was...
redacted. Yeah. So they had... his driver's side front tire was down to the rim. He was just on rim. But he was off to the side of the road or in a parking lot or something, it looked like. He wasn't obstructing anything.
Yeah.
And 12 rode up on him. And so,
go ahead.
Well, and so by the time the video came on, it was the female cop. She first, I guess, spotted him. And it was two other devils who were there by that time. And they talking to him, and he was somewhat coherent. All he was asking is, he was pissing them off because he kept saying, well, my car's not moving, it's not on, and just like you said, there's no front wheel on the car. Like, what is this?
What's the problem?
Seriously, what's the problem?
Like, man, this is a Mustang Cobra, man. You blow the tire all the way off down to the rim.
And man, probably $800 tires, exactly, bro. But
more than that.
Man. So
yeah.
So they're trying to coax him out of the car, but they wouldn't really tell him that it was suspicion of DUI, anything like that. They wouldn't verbalize it, and he was just trying to. Yeah. Well, that one cop just started saying, well, if you don't come out of the car, we're gonna have to arrest you. And he said, for what? And they're like, for violating a lawful police order.
Yeah. Obstruction.
Yes.
Yeah. Obstruction investigation. But I think that's the same one they use all across the country.
They do.
Yeah.
But Ace, they have to articulate to you
absolutely
what crime that they reasonably suspected you of have committing. So had they said, we suspect you to be driving under the influence.
Yeah.
Right? And we're asking you to get out of the car so we can give you the DUI test or whatever. Right? And then he could have refused that, which he had every right to do.
Every right to do, yeah. He didn't have to be dragged out of the car to refuse to do it.
No.
Just verbalize what you're expecting him to do. And,
they were escalating it, hoping he would get rowdy.
Yeah. And then they want to go to the end of the video, and the 12 in the car talking about, is this Marshawn Lynch, a football player? I was like, man, am I being punked here? Is this a promotional?
Correct. And correct, Ace, because whose plates was the car registered in? You know what I mean? More, right?
We know you ran the plates before you got those other 12 cops down there.
Right.
To help you escort this man out of his car.
Right. So they yanked him out of the car. He didn't fight because obviously if he would have fought, they wouldn't have been able to yank him out of the car.
No.
And then they put him face down. He didn't resist whatsoever. They threw 2 handcuffs on him. Yeah. And then they said, he smells like alcohol. So before they poured him out, they hadn't even smelled it.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust that either. Yeah. Are you an alcohol smelling specialist?
Right.
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 All you gotta do is get downtown. Hopefully, I believe Marshawn's been in a situation where he knows a college attorney.
Yeah, he does.
And they'll tell him, don't say anything.
Don't say nothing.
And don't take no text.
And when we come to court, we're going to explain to them how, that car, you know what I mean? How since the car wasn't moving, you just opened up the trunk and may or may not have helped yourself to a beer. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. And suffering from CTE and you were having a seizure and you didn't know what was going on.
And let's, I'll motion to dismiss this whole case.
Man. All right. Free Marshawn Lynch. Free Marshawn Lynch.
Free Marshawn.
All right, bro. So we went through that. I skipped one. Let's see. Peyton Manning. Glass. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't skip it. The NBA retires big number 6. It wasn't for Dr. J. It was post-mortem for the guy we covered last week, Big Bill Russell. You got any thoughts on that?
Must have been watching the show last week to realize the impact that Mr. Bill Russell influenced on the entire NBA on and off the court. 11, 12-time champion and a civil rights activist who was down in the dirty when the dirty was dirty.
I didn't know he was an underhand free throw shooter, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, he was. And, and he was able to put all these other guys around him together to win. So
first black coach in major sport.
Yeah. And Boston. Up there in Boston. So it was a major accomplishment, and I think it's a move that they were probably considering, when they heard about it. So, no brainer.
Well, I got nothing to add to that. That was well said. I just got a question. Like, did he have to die before the NBA decided that was important?
Yeah. Well, Bill Russell, as a black man, had his times and arguments with the NBA, and the franchise
and the government.
Yeah, yeah. So, fortunately, just like him and Pete Rose, they had to pass on and get the admiration that they so richly deserve.
Yeah, it's just weird that once a person dies, you realize what he meant to a sport.
You can give him his flowers right when he's here. Just like these NBA's 25-year teams. I was thinking that they probably need to cut that down some years, maybe every 10 years or 5 years
or 20 years.
Well, you're losing a lot of players, great players.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that, you're going to have this era as far as players are concerned. There'll always be great players in the NBA, but, you just lost Bill Russell since the last ceremony this year. And unfortunately, you got players that didn't even, show up. Younger, healthier players, and you got some of these older players that couldn't show up because
age,
bad health, age, So
and poor because they're not getting their pension, all the dirty stuff the league don't want to talk about. But would you first of all, Michael Jordan should not have to wait to pass on for them to do the same for his number. And I think they should retire number 8, Kobe Bean. We're not going to retire both of the numbers, 8 and 24, but
yeah.
I would retire number 8, and I would retire number 23.
Absolutely, definitely 23 first. I know political wise, people want to retire 8 at the same time, but I think money should have the impact that he put on the NPA for making them global. It should have been done years ago, but they just don't want to recognize another billionaire or recognize his accomplishments in the league, recognize his building of his brand and NBA brand,
and he built the Nike brand.
Yeah, and the Nike brand, and dominating basketball in the biggest games ever for most of his career. So.
Well, if I'm the Bulls ownership and the Lakers ownership, nobody would wear that number on my team, even a visiting team. If your number is 23, you're wearing a different number when you play in Chicago. If you're not wearing number 8, and they should be able to at least make a rule like that. You're not wearing number 8, so you know what I mean. If a number is retired in this stadium, you're not wearing it either.
I got you. Yeah, well, I think you want to have an elite list for that because Bulls got so many retired numbers of players.
Celtics too.
Yeah, Lakers.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying.
But definitely for Jordan and Bean.
Yeah.
It's almost sacrilegious to be wearing number 23 in the United Center.
Right.
When I looked at the people who was wearing number 6, they're grandfathered in. We got a player on our team. What's his name? The guard that was hurt last year. Plays the great defense.
Oh.
For Chicago.
Caruso.
Yeah, Caruso's wearing Wilt and Dr. J's numbers, and he gets to it. Like, if you had any pride, Caruso, I hope you're listening to this show. Take it upon yourself to not wear the damn number no more. LeBron's wearing it. If LeBron had any pride, I mean, maybe he can wear it in honor of him. I kind of get that. But I wouldn't wear it no more, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think LeBron, changed to that number in honor of Wilt, though. He was wearing 23 for Mike.
Yeah.
So, that'd be it, too. Maybe you can only wear Mike's number. Maybe you get to wear it ceremonially after your MVP season. Something like that. They got to come up with something creative. The MVP from the previous season is wearing number 23.
Yeah, but you got so much superstition and belief in numbers in the NBA. Major players wouldn't go for it.
All right, well, next, we'll give it to somebody who will appreciate the award and wants to be on board. If you're from some shithole country and you don't want to wear number 23 in honor of Michael Jordan, then you're not going to get the award. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Right. This is contingent upon you, right? And you're not going to wear it, and you're not going to wear it in the city of Chicago. These are the rules.
Those are the rules.
All right. And so big ups and rest in peace to Big Bill. Our NFL QBs overvalued, overpaid. We got one more hot topic, then we'll jump on that. Cupcake Durant puts a demand to fire the general manager and Steve Nash, the guy who he demanded that they hire, or trade me. What are your thoughts on Cupcakes Durant's latest demands?
So he's saying he doesn't have a good coach. The guy's not a good coach.
It's the guy you told me to hire, Ace. Go ahead.
That's the guy you told him to hire, along with these other guys who don't want to play there. And now you want to go. Where do you think you're going?
We paid you a max salary a year you didn't even play. I don't even know how they was able to sign him and he was injured. And he played half the next season.
Yeah. And now he's disgusted with the organization. There's no way I can play another game. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Come on. But now, what is he worth to trade? And you want to get him out of there. Some things, but there's a fool born every minute. So
It's a slippery slope, man, when they start pandering to all of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Player control. It's a real slippery slope.
It is. It is. But, what do you want to do? Hey, you either going to try and win with them or, win without them.
No, he's going to play for me disgruntled, or he's going to sit out and get fined, and I'm going to withhold money because he's under a contract.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A contract is a two-way agreement, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It demands me to pay you to be there and you to be there so you can earn the money that's in this contract.
And there was no contingencies that said you get to select the GM and the coach every season or every other season or on a whim.
Oh, whenever you don't like him.
Right. He should have had all that drawn up in his contract.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have absolutely told them whether they wanted to bring him there or not.
Listen, Michael Jeffrey Jordan did none of that. When they got rid of Phil Jackson against his wills, what did he do? Stepped away from the game.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped away from the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not here to do this.
Right. Mm-hmm. He always said he was going to honor the contract that he signed.
And he did.
And he did.
Those one-year contracts at the end were just brilliant. They could have paid him more damn money, but they still owe him billions of dollars. Go from being tape delay as a finals championship series, go from tape delay to being shown all over the world.
Tape delay. They should put it on there too, like they was proud of it. Yes, it'll be under the screen the whole time. This is tape delay, bitch. You know what I mean?
This is tape delay.
You ain't getting this live.
But there was no sports channels or nothing around. But whatever, no, when a damn game was played unless you were there. So you have to put slap tape delay all over the damn.
You already read all the stats in the paper. You looking at it, reading the article in the Sun-Times while watching the game.
I look like gonna have a good game tonight.
He didn't do nothing tonight. I ain't watching it. All right, let's push on to our hottest topic so we can close it out. Are NFL QBs overvalued and overpaid? I've always felt like, especially this recent, the quarterback position, without the good quarterback. I mean, my logic has always been, if that's the case, every team with a good quarterback would win the Super Bowl every year with the best quarterback, right? With the highest paid quarterback. And if you check historically and look at the teams that win, normally it's a defensive-minded team. You got your Brady years. He's a little different. Yeah. You had your Joe Montanas and all of that. And even they had defenses and running games whenever they won it. But I'm saying it's just as many quote-unquote bums have won Super Bowls as non-bums. It's just that once they win a Super Bowl, we tend to not think they're a bum, a.k.a. Nick Foles.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And we cry. Oh, well, so you got to consider Matthew Stafford not a bum anymore because he just won the chip with the Rams.
He's a lion. He's always a lion in my mind.
Deserves to be up there in the Silver Dome, or where they play now, Ford Field. Yeah. They're talking about running it back. They think they can run it back after this quarterback.
Yeah, I can't see that happening, but I definitely can't see that happen.
So what do you think of these huge contracts? I think it was just a matter of setting the bar by Mahomes, and now you got these young guys who are just trying to get halfway there, close to. He set the market so high that these guys are going to get $250 million if a team considers them a franchise quarterback. So there's actually nothing that can be done now. We got inflation. you got all these quarterbacks that are coming off their rookie deals. The teams want to lock them up for the next few years. So they'll give them the going rate, $200 to $250 million for elite quarterback. And the question is, are they elite enough to garner that much of your salary cap? And, I don't believe they are. If the Bears don't come, if they don't get competitive in the next 2 years, with this Justin Field being on a rookie contract, and all these free agency, and you're going to be $100 million on the salary cap, even more if Roquan don't come back. Man.
Well, let's give it some context, Ace. I'll just give you. We'll do Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I'm not high on him. He's got 6 years, $258 million, $100 million of it guaranteed. $16.5 million signing bonus, so his average salary is $43 million. He's the 5th highest paid quarterback. He has a 69% completion percentage, 4,544 yards, 421 rushing yards, 43 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 107 rating. So maybe I need to be higher on him. Those are great numbers.
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Josh Allen's solid. He runs the offense. He just got his first playoff experience last year, so we'll see what he does in the next step.
Is he worth that money?
I don't.
$43 million.
Oh my God! Well, you're looking at the future of the quarterback position and the salary. So, by the time, hopefully, that you're in a position to win a championship in the next couple of years, that money will look like a bark.
All right. But see, this is kind of what Poles is up against. Everybody's thinking about future money and future earnings, And I got to have something left to pay other people. I mean, you got to pay people today. But let's move on. Yeah. Number 4 is Carrot Top, Patrick Mahomes. 10 years, $450 million. I think he probably should be the highest paid in the league. Yeah. $63 million guaranteed. Signing bonus $10 million. Average salary $45 million. Let's see.
Okay. So I'll play that contract eventually toward the 10th year. It'll be time to come out.
Well, 2021, following his contract year, he backed it up 4,800 yards thrown, 39 touchdowns. So, and he's 26 years old. Josh Allen, they didn't give his age. Is Mahomes worth that?
If putting fans in a seat and having a chance at a championship every year is worth it, I believe he is, yeah.
Deshaun Watson, 5 years, 200. Deshaun Handy J. Watson, Tally, 5 years, $230 million. All of it guaranteed.
Okay, be a thing, baby.
$35 million in 2022, even though he might not play. Yeah. Signing bonus $44.96 million. That was all the money he paid to those 24 settlements he made. He settled already.
Okay.
Average salary $46 million. On the field, he remains one of the most talented young quarterbacks. He's only 26. Is it worth it?
That was very questionable as it was performed.
I wouldn't have gave him all the guaranteed money, man. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah, but I think they were just trying to show a commitment to him, to getting him an elite quarterback, even though they had the Mayfield.
Oh, you could have just brought 3 white girls in there with some massage oil, and he would have signed off on whatever you want him to sign off on. Put the towel down there. Why you negotiating with him?
Definitely, like you have well, I'm sure they put the Handy J clauses in there, where either he has to have a handler with him.
Yeah, the handler, all right.
He's got to have some kind of verbal contract to NDOs to never let know what happens in his sessions. I mean, I think, is he representing himself too? What the hell's going on with his agent?
Well, the lawyer is probably his criminal attorney and his agent.
Apparently, I can do it all, man. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I'm just gonna charge you 15, whatever the hell you make, and I got you on both levels. I'm gonna give you a discount also because I'm helping you criminally and as your agent.
Civilly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help you. So yeah, that's quite a possibility.
So then Kyler Murray got 5 years, $230 million, $160 million guaranteed. Nice. He didn't even have a Handy J controversy. Pat Mahomes only got $63 million of his money guaranteed. His agent needs to be fired. Looking at these day-to-day contracts,
he got at least $100 million up front.
Man, because Josh Allen's $100 million was guaranteed. Yeah, and his signing bonus was only $10 million. Pat Mahomes, he got a Negro contract.
His but it was such a breakthrough for the time. They sold him on, we're gonna make you the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
But none of it's guaranteed. Carrot top.
You got $60 million. I mean, I don't know.
This contract's just higher money than mine, but my money ain't guaranteed unless I go to work.
Yeah, maybe it's a longer term investment he has in this team and that city, but they'd have to be in about 35-40% in.
Yeah, because if he tweaks his knee, they'll cut him in a heartbeat, and he'd be on some sort of league veteran maximum to prove himself another year, like what happened to the former MVP out of Carolina.
Yeah. Big guy.
Yeah, can't think of his name.
Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, his number raised eyebrows, but, probably the structure of it, nothing. Versus, what these guys are negotiating now. Yes, he does need to fire.
Now, Kyler Murray wanted to become one of the highest paid. You got to sit down and tell these players everybody wants to be the highest paid player in history.
Everybody thinks they deserve it.
Right. I'd be like, so what? I want to be the highest paid GM in the world.
Yeah.
That doesn't float my CEO's boat.
Right. So, it doesn't matter if you feel like you should be the highest paid player this year. There'll be another one next year. And there's no reason to get butthurt over maybe not getting it this year. We got to negotiate some. It's amazing how this is going viral all across the country, all across the world. And the guy's still there. They're talking about he's in the meetings or he's doing this, that, and the other. But, you're cancer. If you feel that way that you don't want to sign with the team.
I mean, Kyler Murray is paid higher than Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. And he's in Arizona. It just don't make sense to me.
It doesn't, especially the playoff games he's had. That's really horrible.
Right.
So reward him for getting blown out in the playoffs. I give him how much a year?
Right. You're talking like you just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Back to back.
This guy lost in the first round of playoffs.
Now, Aaron Rodgers got a 4-year deal because he's older, $200 million, $153 million guaranteed. His 2022 salary is $26.47. Signing bonus $40 million, but his average annual salary works out to be $50 million per. Smug Rodgers, is he worth it?
Is he? Yes, he'll have your team competitive every year. You gotta go out and use your personnel better.
Come on, he's on ayahuasca. He's doing psychedelics.
Yeah, no, man. This dude, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Yes, he is. But he's just like the other guy in front of him. He's only got one chip. So y'all wanna anoint him. All these Packer backers wanna anoint him. But he's got one chip, and Favre's got one chip. And, Tom Brady played during the era of both of them.
Okay, so, Ace, you have a 53-man roster.
Yeah.
Plus guys, on the practice squad, filler bodies. And then you got an NFL salary cap of $208.2 million. So Rodgers is getting 25%. These guys are getting 20 to 25% of the salary cap, and that's what I mean by overvalued, bro.
Yeah.
And
that's coming off bad playoff series, not really winning anything. This is coming off of the Handy J civil cases.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's
the only one who deserves it is Carrot Top.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's doing it year after year.
I mean, you got psychedelic Rodgers, and if he was black, talking about he goes off somewhere and does psychedelics, it'd be a whole different tone of the story in the news. It was all shuck and fun.
Yeah.
He went out and said he goes off to not El Salvador. What shithole country is it? Peru. He goes to Peru, and did the ayahuasca, and it changed his life. This is before last season, and nobody asked him. But you were flipping off the Bears fans.
Yeah.
The last game of the season, you were flipping them off and doing this and stuff to him. Was that the ayahuasca, or was it? You know what I mean? Do you need another trip?
Nobody cares. He's a good guy. Nice and good.
Clean, white.
Yeah, pure.
But that's all I'm saying, though, Ace. Mm-hmm. So imagine now you're into coaching and management.
Yeah.
You got a 9-man roster. Okay, and I know you value pitching.
Yeah.
And you got one of the top 3 pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
And I guess you got to do whatever you can to keep them. But then what is that doing to the quality of the rest of your team? That does matter. That pitcher is pitching's different because they're only playing one game every 3 days or whatever. So,
yeah.
But still, if it's an everyday player,
it's going to deteriorate the
quality
of the team.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because of the salary cap considerations, it's definitely going to make this one player a big block. And then you got to figure out what to do with the rest of the team. Get everybody to 53 out there on the field for playing. I love it.
I think me as a GM, Ace, I'd come up with some sort of metric. And I would say, I would have rules. My quarterback's going to get 10% of the salary cap. But, if this guy's getting us deep in the playoffs or getting us chips, I'm willing to go as high as 15%. But other than that, we just got to shake hands and part ways, because just like I developed you, I got confidence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you package them on up and get them out of town, get you a couple more.
Package them up.
And keep it working.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always been your strategy as far as putting together and maintaining a team. So, yeah, you got to do.
And I think that's what they're trying to get Roquan to understand. Mm-hmm. You're asking for 10% of the money, man.
Yeah. And come on, man. You're good. And you're probably going to get close, but he might just be holding out for as much as he can get. Well, they all do, but, you're under contract, and then they come out with this this tweet saying that, the Bears don't want you and you don't want to play anymore. You're going to be traded is absolutely asinine.
Yeah, I guess the other management was kissing his butt. You know what I'm saying? That's why he held out as a rookie. Nobody else held out as long as he did. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way, man. I was pissed at the Bears, like, man, go ahead and get him signed. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you already holding out, man?
Yeah. Yeah, some slotted slotted pay scales. So, it was just a bowl to the future of what the future was going to hold.
Yeah.
So, whoever he's talking to is saying, just hold out so they give you as much as they give you. This game is not for long.
Who was he talking to? His dip? Like, baby, because they paying him, and they pay. Look at all that money they just look at all that money they just paid Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, maybe on NFL Experience on PS5. But yeah, you should be getting paid, baby.
So you don't think it's overvalued? I think based off of the percentage that they garnering off the salary cap, knowing that defense wins championships, if anybody would be getting 25% of my money, it's going to be the top player on defense, bro. Because I believe in what I believe in. I'm willing to pay my running back if he's a hammer and he's out there every day. That guy's carrying the ball 30 times a game. Damn this new NFL. You know what I mean? Yeah. My left tackle got to get paid, bro.
Yeah. They're just trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Without doing this, and we can do that. Because it's a passing league. It's a It's a football league. You got
correct.
Football.
And they devalued the black positions, your traditional ones. That's your running back and your star wide receivers. So they took money out of that, and then they pumped it all to the quarterbacks.
Right.
And the tight ends.
Because chicks dig the long ball, I guess.
Right. And the short ball to the tight end.
Yeah. Oh, look how he can explode for 6 yards.
He's good in the red zone. Yeah.
He got it. After I threw it 5 yards.
Yeah, he's a tight end, for God's sakes. He's a lineman who can catch a 7-yard ding. Right. And if he's better than that, move him to the wide out and let's see what
But you got to move this player around. That's why they're changing the administration and coaching. So, the whole team's got a fresh start.
Ace, I'm paying my tackles. I'm paying my inside linebacker. I'm paying my running back. I'm paying my safety. You know what I'm saying? And my quarterback, don't get me wrong, but they all in bed together. Y'all sit down in that room and y'all figure it out.
Yeah, so they're work in progress and finding their tackles, but I think once they find a good group, which he's working on all the time, then they're gonna have to have money in that bag back there to pay him. Yeah.
All of it can't go to these guys. Look at Deshaun Watson. Still thinking about a handy J. Yeah. All right, but I wanted to touch on Justin Fields' contract because they listed all the NFL quarterbacks and I didn't find him, so I had to pull him up. Right. His contract is valued at $18 million. All right. $18,871,000. So just $19 million. It's
pretty well couldn't feed his family.
Yeah, it's fully guaranteed.
All right.
His contract ranking is 32 out of 115 quarterbacks. So, and he's 23 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You
got to go get it now. Get that defense rolling, run the football, and let's see what happens.
Now, if all these teams are saying you got to win when that, just listen to me. You got to win on that rookie quarterback, man, because that rookie contract, because that's when they're getting a little money, and you can correct. That means you got to pay these quarterbacks what they're worth, and it's like a rookie contract. And if they want to play for a bum team and get paid $50 million a year, God bless them. But I got a great team here. I'm gonna give you the keys to it. It's like NASCAR, Ace. You know what I'm saying? You could be out here winning these races. Now if you want to go out there and go for that other team over there and drive the jalopy, and embarrass yourself and lose and get hurt and get hit all the time, that's your business. But
I can make this team better. I can make them better.
Right.
If they pay me more money.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm the minority on this because the media's been doing a real mind job. Mike Dicker was like that too. Yeah. I mean, we don't know what's in his heart, but he wasn't all big on paying the quarterbacks all that motherfucking money, man.
He was racist. He didn't like big man.
Nah.
The man would change the plays. Yeah.
Right. But he valued the trenches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think this new regime is going. Well, we'll see how it comes with Justin. But I am concerned about now that the quarterbacks are getting dark, because that's what's going to happen. Once all the quarterbacks are dark, everybody's going to be talking like me. That's what the media is going to be running.
It's going to be time for everybody to bring in a new coach.
The new football, the new metrics, right? Right.
You know how the Bears do.
We're gonna pay those linemen. That top left tackle going to be getting $50 million a year. Then
you gotta get that cheese. Absolutely. Yeah. Because if he's worth it, and he can protect that quarterback, hey, you got to pay him, keep him in place.
Man, they be playing a good lineman. They be playing 18 years, game after game, pancake blocking people, protecting your quarterback. I mean, come on, man, making all the plays happen. If we don't value that, especially in Chicago, I want Justin to get his money, but I'm saying any quarterback. I don't care if he came from planet Venus. I know you came a long way and you want to be the highest paid player on earth, but we don't do that here, and we are proud of it.
We're trying to build a team.
Right.
Yeah, we're an original franchise. If you win a Super Bowl here, you don't have to buy anything anywhere for the rest of your day.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Ace, the more I think about it, 50 players, I wouldn't divide it evenly over 50.
Yeah.
But at least my top 10 players will probably be getting paid similar salaries, man. That's just the way we do it here. You create a culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. So you got the agent involved. So the agent got to, get that contract as high as they can so they can get a bigger cut.
Correct. And I can tell the agent to get out of my office too. As long as it's a culture, Ace, it's been, the GM's been here for years and they've been winning. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, damn, he brought you in and gave you the same old speech, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But all right, Ace, you go ahead and give us your final words, and we close out, bro.
All right. It's a beautiful week here in Chi-Town. Just want to tell everybody, stay safe. Love your family, and love your children. Give them the seeds to grow, and they will grow. They just need guidance. They need love. And they need help, bluntly. So help and love your children. Stay out the way. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your life, and, stay well, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Those are my. All
right, and Ace, we got some chat. What up, fool? Stacey Dude from San Diego. What up with it?
Dude.
Walt Dog 1234 said Chicago should pay up. He's talking about for Roquan, 15 to 17 a year. And that's what I said, Walt Dog. I'd pay him 17 a year. I guarantee it all. He said 40 to 45 guaranteed over 4 seasons. I'd give him 5 if he had to have it. But I feel 4 is a better number for me too.
Yeah. Well, 4 have you at what, 28? 29. If you go 5 and he's playing out lights out at 29,
I mean, he's got the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about, laying no egg.
You're looking at renegotiate in 3 years with that 4-year contract as opposed to
correct.
4 years.
He's gonna be up to his old antics in 3 years, and that's gonna be the year you're about to be playing for something too. You know he's gonna pull it. You know he's gonna.
He's gonna hold that. Come on.
He also said it's gonna be bad for future free agents if that does not go well. Nobody's gonna want to sign. Bears are gonna have to use picks only. I think that's what Poles is into. He seems to do well with the draft too.
Yeah. Yeah, make him homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the best way to build a football team. You can go out and get what you want. Maybe, like you said, the coach, I'll sign you for a year and see what you're going to do.
If you can't do it, I'll get another rookie that can do it. I mean, bro, Papa Bear, Hollis, Lombardi, they rolling over in their graves. That's how they was building their teams. They was getting them off the ice cream truck.
Like, man, you're a big guy.
You're a big guy.
Ice cream.
How long you been swinging that axe? Right. Ever played football, boy? Right.
I've been an axe swinger for quite a long time. I can bust a tree one and one sitting, if that's what I choose to do. All right, come on down to Wrigley Field, and we'll have a tryout for you next week.
All right, and then he said, pay your QB, pay your number one wide receiver. He said, pay your number one left tackle, your number one center, your number one defensive end, and then your number one pass rusher, and which could be. He's saying your number one pass rusher and your number one middle linebacker and your number one cornerback. Your number one pass rusher could also be your defensive end or your linebacker, right? Your middle linebacker. It could be. But yes, he said everyone else can be draft picks and WE players. I don't know what he means by that. But yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it would change the culture of these agents coming in there asking for asinine money so they can send their kids to Harvard.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's supply and demand. Players feel that the contracts are only as good as guaranteed. So, yeah, that's why they want to come in there and hold the teams over the coals to get as much as they can. Take away some of their flexibility as far as getting rid of them, and so make sure they're paid just in case of the career-ending injury. So I understand.
I mean, come on, Ace. We all know, and these are my final words. We all know, Ace. Mm-hmm. Any profession we in, if we're sitting there holding somebody over the coals, saying this is the money I deserve, and I want to be the highest paid, whatever it is that you do. And your company is telling you that, this is what they have allotted. You negotiated, what you can get out of them. At some point, they're going to bless you to go get it somewhere else. I mean, am I right? If you're the company owner, Ace, and you got the best cook in the business, but you know how much money you got coming in, you know how much you got to pay everybody else, and that cook is huge. I mean, unless you're going to make them a business partner, which could be a consideration, you're basically going to say, or even a manager, man, if you can find that somewhere else, God bless you. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. Yeah. Thanks for everything you've done here.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
And just like I groomed you and trained you, I can groom the next one.
Well, that's a mentality, but, these teams are willing to pay for what they call special. They're willing to trade for it or go through free agency and get it, or through the draft, do whatever they can to try and be better.
Yeah, but if I'm offering you a fair amount, Ace, that's above market, I'm confident that I can find. I might not be able to find another Ace, but I'm confident that I can find somebody that's good enough to do this job that's going to be happy to take this money. You know what I'm saying?
But you also got to look for the consistency of that particular player. So you got to have a coaching staff that can develop, absolutely, develop their system and teach this particular system to win. And hey, the person that doesn't like it is your way or the highway.
Man, you said it, man. Just trade them, get that draft pick, go back to the drawing board. Roquan came off the bus making plays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a risk, but and that's what dude said in the chat, man. At some point, and you rebuilding anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make it happen.
And I love Roquan. You know what I'm saying? Love Roquan. So, all right, y'all. We wrapping it up. Thanks so much for your support. Tune in to the Self Love Show on Wednesday. That'll be the Self Love Show. That'll be August 17th at 8 p.m. Chicago time right here. We got great topics coming up. And then Ace, we're going to work on another topic for Thursday. Unless you got something in mind right now, that'll be Thursday live at 9 p.m. Chicago time.
All right.
And we gotta find us a coon of the week. So you coons out there, y'all got lucky. We ain't come across a coon of the week, but that's good. That's good news for the community. Wasn't nobody over cooning, right? So that's our new segment, coon of the week. And y'all make sure y'all be ready to pull up. Talk this politics with us. It's always an open panel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all you gotta do is click that link that's in the chat and pull up. If we know you, you can keep your camera off. If we don't know you, you have to put your camera on. Yeah, so no coons and no trolls. So if you find yourself sliding through the great city of Chicago, best summertime city on this earth, in this universe, or you might find yourself sliding through Inglewood and Cali. Check your 6. Check your blind spot. Guard your grill. Knuckle up.
Mouthpiece included. TATN.
And don't forget to.
Better guard your grill.
And don't forget to. And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Better guard your grill.
Huh?